When we desire hard work, it becomes way easier to do it consistently. My name is Ori, and in the last 3 years, I've went from hating to do hard work, not being able to work out for 10 minutes a day, to being able to do a lot of hard work. You can see it in my result. Now in this video, I will tell you exactly how you can increase your desire to do hard work by forcing your brain to want it. Now the hard work is hard for everyone, even those guys that you see online, even David Goggins, bro. The hard work is hard for him, but the only difference between us and him is that he has adapted for so long that he became the guy who was capable of enduring it, of craving it. And there are two main things that affect our desire towards hard work. The first thing is everything but the hard work. I will explain it to you in a second. And the second thing, it's the perceived progression towards the reward. Now what is motivation? The thing that is responsible for it in our brains is dopamine. And when we realize how dopamine works, when we hack this system, we can start to desire hard things. And this is how it works. I'm not a neuroscientist, but in the basic terms, when we do something that is easy, that doesn't require a lot of sacrifice or hard work, and we see progression in it, let's say playing video games, the dopamine in our brain spike. But because of the simple fact that we have sacrificed nothing towards that progression, afterward it will go down below baseline. And when our baseline is lower, we have a lot less motivation in general to pursue hard things. And the first way to crave hard work is to design our lives in such a way that we do a lot less easy things that fake progression and replacing them with the hard work, which still trigger this progression motivation mechanism in our brain, but requires a lot more suffering, which means that by extension increases our baseline level of motivation and also causes us to progress, right? Now the second thing, it's the perceived progression towards the reward. Now after starting and having all of the motivation to achieve it, and we go and we do the first workout, it's always like that. We start to lose motivation, and that's a healthy thing, that's a normal thing, because after we get a spike in motivation, it must go down, and that's just the nature of our brain. And that's what I call the demotivation phase. And in this phase, that's where discipline comes into place, and when we push with discipline during those times, we start to perceive more progression towards it, and by default we get more motivated. Now there is a very simple way to increase the motivation when we pursue a goal and we are in the demotivation phase. I use it and it makes a big difference, and if you won't do it, you will go through this uphill battle, and I don't think that you will lose, but you will be way more likely to. Now this is the way. So when we want to get a reward of like having an aesthetic body, we know that the action that gets us towards this reward is training in the gym. And before doing this method, you first need to make sure that the action that you do is the one that will actually progress you towards the goal. Now after you tick this box, this method is, instead of perceiving your progression towards the reward by the result that you have gotten until now, it's to replace it with the amount of work, the consistency, the input instead of the output. So instead of getting your motivation from the result of you having a more aesthetic body, change it to getting the perceived progression from how consistent you have been until now. So this is a very easy way to do it. Having a habit tracker and ticking the box every time that you do the work, you make yourself a lot more motivated. Now if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos from me, you can like and subscribe, and YouTube really thinks that you will like this video, so check it out. And if you want to get free stuff from me, link in the description, bro. Bye.